glue stain on my shorts. I sat in glue. It happens. So here I've got my mahogany trim that I removed from a customer's house. He asked me to throw it in the garbage for him. I said sure, and then I took it home. So yep, I'm stacking it on a table. And then I'm gonna prep the wood, make sure the all them staples is out, nails. Bing bang boom. It was really hot that day. It was pretty sweaty and sawdusty. Yep, lots of nails in there. So I got them all out. I only missed one. Sorry to my jointer or planer, or as the Brits would say, my thicknesser. Weirdos. Lots of nails. Could have shortened this part. I might do that in the edit. This is pretty long, kind of boring. I might make two versions. So here I am. Now I've got my jointer. Not a jointer. It's a planer. It's a planer because it says planer right on it, or a thicknesser. So I don't know if I have enough amperage in my garage, but I can pretty much just do one piece at a time, which is not great because the machine bogs down. I'll get that looked at, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, here we go. Taking down the paint side and the lacquer side first. Wonder if there's a reason I did that first. Maybe I should have done the other side first. It was just two little bumps on each side because it was baseboard, so it was hollow in the middle, kind of, or concaved. Yeah, this is long. That piece was pretty messed up. Still worked. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see the. I should have just done that shot. This thing makes a hell of a lot of sawdust, so I just keep the door open. I think I even had a respirator on. Not at this stage, obviously, but... Wait, did I? No, I did not. That was for when I was staining. That's later in the video. Hey, no, don't scratch that, kitty. No. Yeah, so I'm putting the sawdust in the compost, mixing her up. I know it's got, like, paint and lacquer in it, whatever, but... I'm not too worried about it. It'll still be pretty organic. Here's my table saw. Got this at an auction. It's not fantastic, but it works. I kept blowing the breaker. That's why that happened. I had the air conditioner running with a fan, and then the table saw, and that's all in one circuit, which I think is like a half circuit. So it just goes. So I just turned the air conditioner off. I'm not air conditioning it with the door open. I got an insulated room back there. Here I am gluing all these pieces I've now cut up. Gluing them on and then putting short little brad nails in there. Got like 5/8. This is some particle board I got from my Uncle Dave. This came from Hamilton. So it was free. Just like there's Kitty in the back. Yep, so just kind of nailing these on herringbone style in the corner there. I thought that would look neat. I was originally going to do this with some oak flooring, but oak's a lot harder to cut than mahogany. So I think I used that wood for something else. Hi. Nailing, nailing, nailing. And then I didn't really have a piece long enough for here, so I split it up into two. And the one piece was actually, the little piece was planed down a little bit too much. So it was kind of indented, but I sanded the table down so much that you can't really tell. There we go, almost done. There we go, hit it with a hammer. And there's a split there, so I kind of nailed and glued the split back together as best I could. Oh man, there's still more. Yep, lots of glue. I should get like a... Should have got like a paint roller. A little paint roller or something for this. That would have been a lot easier. But I did not. Alright, it's done. Now I gotta cut it out. So I got my Milwaukee saw. I also got that in an auction. Not the battery though, that was full price. That was expensive. Alright, here we go. Cutting, cutting, cutting. Cutting, cutting, cutting. And to make it a little even, I'm putting down a little track. Not a track, but you know. Yeah, get that dust out of there. It's getting pretty dusty and stinky. This is some pretty old plywood, I think, and it was in a... Not a... I don't know, I think it just got a little wet. Bit of a mildewy smell. Same with the trim, though, so, I mean... Double mildew. And... Snap. Nope. Alright, there we go. There it is. Yep, I got it. Just gonna take that off camera for a second, and bam! Look at the up close. Does not look fresh. Got a lot of holes in it. I'm going for that, you know, rustic vibe. No, actually, so I'm gonna router this off. I can't remember if I... Yeah, I got that in here. But yeah, lots of holes there. You can kind of see that one's a little low, that little one. But I think it looks cool. So, yeah. Yep, flip that over. Get the router out. And here we go. Get that edge off. I tried this with my other router that I also got from Uncle Dave. And you can't really tighten it enough. So the router bit kept falling down and it like gouged into the front of the table. So there's a big spot I had to fill with some wood filler. So it was fixable, but still kind of a bummer. Here we go, a little flippy tippy. And then I'm just gonna carve that bit out with a knife. Because all my chisels are dull. This would have been cooler if I left the sound in here. It was like a... But yeah, it was kind of warped a little bit, a little wavy, so I'm just kind of trying to flatten it out a little bit. This also not very sharp. So, it scratched it up quite a bit, but I mean, it's not like I don't have to sand it. So, you got the little vibratory sand-a-majigger. Hate that thing, makes my arm numb. But anyway, sanded that all down nice and smooth-ish. I think I put some wood filler in next. Yep. I do not have a spatula, so I am using a plastic ruler. Yeah, it needed a lot of wood filler. I actually did this like 2 times, but I wasn't going to show it twice because... Yep, putting the wood filler in. Squishy, squish. I'm glad I skipped over some of that. Yeah, I also got a better sander than to vacuum. You can tell I hate sanding, so I'm like, alright, let's do it. Yeah, so this thing's way quicker than that other vibratory sander, which I also got at an auction. I think I got it for free because I think it was accidentally thrown in with a lot I bought because I do not remember buying it, but whatever. So yeah, haha, it just disappears. Starting to look a little better now. I believe I'm starting with 80 grit, and then I'm going up to, I think I finish it off at 220 with a stage in between of 120. Probably could have gone a little higher. I don't like sanding. I don't think anybody does. Clean it up. I don't think I had my air compressor with me, or else I would have just blown it off. Alright, now I gotta put some edging and make it look like it's not on a piece of particle board. So I'm pretty sure I got enough pieces here. Yes, I do. Happy dance. Alright. Well, I'm marking the 45 or the miter. And the miter on here, just making sure I get the pretty side in the front. But for some reason, I was like, yeah, I'll just cut them both at the exact same time. That'll be a good idea. See, look, they're mitered. But, I mean, it worked fine, so whatever. Then here, marking the outside miter. Probably should creep up on a cut like that, but I just went for it. Because I have wood filler. And Miter Pro. That stuff's the best. So I cut the other one off camera. Look at that, look at that. Pretty. Okay, so I got myself some tape here. I'm gonna tape these joints together, make sure they're nice and square. And to do that, I got my straight edge. So there you go. So he's not a perfect miter. I need to adjust my saw a little bit. You can see a little green sticking through, but here I got my my super glue with the activator. Spray a little bit of that. Here a little bit of super glue, and then some wood glue. And then realize my finger's not good enough. I don't have any little paintbrushes, but I do have a bean. Yes, there's a bean that I harvested from my garden, drying in my garage. So now it's used to spread glue. And there you go. The glue holds instantly, so it gives you a nice tight miter. You don't got to use any nails, and the glue holds it permanently. And then, since I got my air compressor back and my nail gun, I'm going to spread some glue on there and nail that onto the there. Nail it right onto there. Bing, bang, boom. And I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but again, I'm going to put wood filler and sand it and all that fun stuff. Alright, doing that over here again. This one ended up being a little bit screwy, so I broke it and just decided to kind of freehand it. I think I put some nails in that one. Nope. I did put wood filler in it though. Oh, I did put a nail in it. Ah. You son of a... Alright, oh yeah. I raised this back part so I could put my monitor on. That's the stereo. That's the stereo I have to put in, so just a little size template. Yeah, this is the part in the video where I discover that my the fence on my circular saw is not straight. So I can only cut, see it's like, it doesn't want to go. So I'm like, what's going on here? Oh, change the depth. Yep, it's not going. Doesn't want to do it because it's not straight. So a little bit at a time. You'll do that, won't you? Yes, you will. There we go. So yeah, I had a little bit of adjustments to make. I also cut out 5/8 here, not just one cut. So I cut out a little bit more on the chop saw of that little piece. because that's how thick the piece was that I was using for the base of the riser, I guess you could call it. This was fun. I didn't cut through a single staple. Sometimes I have a vacuum hooked up to this saw, but yeah. So there we go. I got a piece of pallet wood that I've already planed down. Did that a while ago. Just kind of put it like this. It had a pretty cool grain in it, but it's kind of hard to see on camera. So anyway, I'm just cutting that down to size, and then I'm sanding both top and bottom, so I don't bother putting it on the joiner. See that? Look at that. That's freaking cool, isn't it? But most of that's on the back for some reason. And yeah, here I am straightening up that edge because my saw wasn't straight. So yeah, to do the rest, I just moved that clamp. Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. And I did router it a little more, but now I'm just sanding it. Didn't look perfect. And here you go. See, cool spots on the back. Put some holes in there. Oh yeah, I cut the 45s. I got my Craig pocket hole jig. I'm gonna get a better one of them. This works, but it's not. Well, I mean, it works. Yeah, fuck it. There you go, a little trick to get that thing on there nice and level. Did it work? More or less. I think I had to adjust it a little bit. I think all those screws were different. Oh, cool, I'm done. Alright, so I sanded it a lot more. I did a lot more wood filler, just didn't bother showing it. Now here I am with the stain, and I'm not good at applying stain, so I always just do it with the rag. Everybody who knows what they're doing is going to look at this and be like, ah, he's doing it wrong. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because I'm learning. I'll do better on the next one. Look at that. I should get like a buffer or something. I did use my orbital sander. Use my orbital sander with some high grit synthetic steel wool to polish it up. Once I put the shellac on it. But it just kind of made it look dull, so then I had to wipe it down with a rag. Now it looks alright, but some spots are still kind of weird looking. There you go. Look at that. Look at that nice stain. Kitty! What? She's being dramatic. Ooh, nice close-up shot. That was the good miter, the one I tried hard on. Alright, there we go. There it is. Turned out okay, I think. I'm happy with it. Should have got a better shot of the top there. Oh, that was just the stain. Alright, here, yeah, I'm spraying it on. I know that's lame. A lot of people are like, never spray it, use it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I don't care. It worked fine. Do whatever you want. And here I am. Give it a nice, not very even coat. And I did a really dumb thing where I went and tried for about an hour, then I sprayed it again. So I'm like, it needs a little more. It doesn't look very good. I should have waited for it to dry completely, given it a little sand, and then sprayed it again. But I'm impatient. Moo. Hi, kitty. Here we go. Alright. It's all done. Tearing out my old computer desk, which I just made from some garbage around my house. Stop it. I mean, the new one's made from garbage from someone else's house, so. 2 other people's houses. Alright. I like making things out of garbage. Just making sure it's a little bit level. Uh, yeah, there was no studs behind or in between that stud and the window, so I needed something solid to mount it on. I painted those brackets too. Those also found in the garbage. Yeah, it didn't go on very straight, so I had to cut off a big chunk, and that's it. Oh, okay. I guess the video's done. All right. Well, goodbye. Subscribe.